maybe what's one of the number one things you've taken away from your dad that you think about and try and apply to everything that you're doing?
Well, he always lived by the golden rule. And so we try to instill that in our kids and in our lives, and to be a race fan first and look at through the eyes of the race fan. Sometimes we're so, listen, nobody really cares what body's on the car, right? They just want cars on the track. Nobody really cares what shock you guys have. They just want to make sure that there's cars on the track that are competitive. Like, so you got, and sometimes I look at that and I'm to a fault, right? I get called out for being maybe too worried about selling tickets and not worried enough about the feelings of teams or what have you. But I care, like, so I always try to treat people by the golden rule and do that. And then, and I always have a clipboard on race night, and I'm always taking notes, and it's always on how to make things better. And whether it's, you know, like at Madison, it'll be that the light's flickering in front of the beer stand, or next year, don't open the gate until 4:30, or Hawkeye, I know to open the gates before practice starts because Hawkeye doesn't allow fans in the stands until they bought a ticket. So the first year we went there, we had practice going on, and there's people outside the gate that can't watch practice because they didn't open the ticket gate until 5:30, and practice started at 4. So just things like that on how to make things better. So like Oktoberfest, we take constant notes. We have meetings and how to make that the best it can be. And every year we do something a little bit different. So like for probably 15 years, I've been trying to redo how we do hauler parking, because it starts fest off on the wrong foot for just about everyone trying to battle for a parking spot. So this year, if the teams are entered by September 15th, they will have a spot set aside for them, and then they just have to have that spot filled by Wednesday. And so we're working online to make all that streamlined.
That's big news.
But I'll be the guy plotting it all. But it's just a jigsaw puzzle. But that's like, how do we make this better? And you want to make it a great experience, whether it's the guy that comes with his 4-cylinder on a tow dolly, or the guy that brings a stacker trailer with his super late model in it, and everyone in between. We want to make sure that they have a good fest. And I think getting that parking deal situated will be a positive. No one will be any worse off than they were last year, but a whole lot of guys should be in a lot better spot than they were last year from a having to argue and camp out for 8 days and all the stuff that went with that. But right, there's a lot of tracks that would kill to have the problems that we have with the hauler parking. Yeah. So we'll execute it and get it right and move on. But so I always take notes and go back and look. And
I've noticed you carry a clipboard, yeah.
Yeah. So even if it's I just did the Grundy entry the other day, and so I had to go back 2 years just to make sure, because we got flooded out last year. But I just went back, and you just kind of remember everything, and then you think about it. Oh, well, we should do this, and added 5 more minutes of practice from 25 to 30 on the first one, because why not? And so you just just take notes and make everything better. Learn from it, and if you're not learning, I mean, again, I've basically grown up in this my entire life, so you'd think I'd know everything, but there's so much that I have to learn and relearn. So I just write it all down and try to make next year better.